All right, guys, we're going to do the one and only Grace Charis, one of the top golf influencers in the game. We're going to break down her driver swing from down the line and face on. We're going to show you that no, she is not just a pretty face. She can absolutely play some golf. She's got a Break 80 series on her YouTube. Go check it out. She is on her way to breaking 80 for sure. Let's get right into this one. So like always, we got a line down the driver shaft and through her midsection and a circle around her head just to see what her head does throughout the swing. Good setup here. This back leg's a little straight, but I believe she's trying to get some weight forward on that left leg at address. So as she brings it back, good position here. Club head is outside of the hands as we get to parallel on the left arm there. Shaft looks pretty close to being parallel to that plane line that we drew at the beginning. And then continuing on, she gets a little more steep at the top here, but man, very nice high hands, a little bit of a wrist bow, very little wrist bow at the top. But one thing I love here is she drops that club down. Instead of coming over the top so much, she drops it down, and then she just needs to put that right elbow a little more into that hip. In this position here, you can see club face is in a good spot, but she's starting to pull away from the golf ball. She's got a little bit of an early extension, but you can see her pushing off this back foot just like you like. Hips are already cleared through as she makes contact. Beautiful position here. Finishing low and left. You can see that golf ball start left, but because that club kind of comes above this plane line, she's going to be swinging outside to in, so it should have some cut spin on it. So I almost guarantee she hit the fairway here. It started down the left and pulled and faded right back into the middle of the fairway. And then very nice finish, very balanced on that left leg. Very Michelle Wie-like finish here, where she finishes with the club wrapped around her head there. Beautiful, beautiful golf swing. Let's take a look at the face-on view real fast. So face-on view, I want you to notice a couple things here before we draw some lines. Very strong left-hand grip. Her gloved hand, she's got that thumb pretty far on the other side of the grip, trying to keep that club face closed through impact. And then at first glance, this being bent seems like it could be an issue. But if you roll the tape here, you can see that she has a slight forward press, and then right before she starts to take it back, she's in perfect position. You can see that this arm's straight right down the shaft line, which is perfect, just like we like it. Ball position, I would say, is a little back in her stance, which makes her head pretty much even with the golf ball. A lot of players will have that ball more up off this left heel, and then their head would be obviously in the same spot, which would make that a little easier to hit up on the golf ball. I'm not sure if she's got this ball back in her stance because she's wanting to hit low, or if she's able to control the spin a little better and hit more fairways, which is totally understandable. But now we've got some lines on her legs to see if there's some sway, and then we've got a circle around her head to see what her head does. But at this position here, you can see her shoulders are angled up to hit up on the golf ball, and then she's got that nice triangle there at address. So moving forward with the backswing, you can see she gets a little wristy right off the bat, which is she's just kind of starting to bring that club back with the wrist. Might be better for you to just kind of move this whole triangle back as one. If you'll watch Bryson DeChambeau, the video I did on him, he just kind of brings it all back as one instead of getting a little wristy right here at the beginning. But it's not a huge issue. She starts it back, and then she does have quite a bit of sway backwards. When she gets that weight shifted onto that back leg, you can see her right hip has moved considerably through that plane line. Her whole body is moving away from the golf ball, which can kind of be hard to sink back up at impact. But at this position, she's in really good position. I love that this club gets all the way here. She's got really high hands. Love that position. Head is dropped a little bit from address, And then as we start back down, you can see she bumps that left knee back towards that other plane line. And then because she kind of swayed backwards so much, she doesn't really break through that front plane line like a lot of other players do. When she gets that arm back to parallel here, you can see she's got great lag with that driver. Again, head is dropped just a little bit, and then she starts to stand up off that left leg. Look at those muscles in that leg, geez. Starts to come down, and then her head is in a great spot at this point. But again, with ball position maybe up here, her head would be more behind the golf ball, which would promote her to hit a little more up on the golf ball. I think she's hitting down on this one. If you'll see, her club head looks like it's a little lower there. This is still a great position to be in here. Again, lining everything up, but I think, Grace, I think you need to move the ball up just a little bit. There may be a reason that you have it where it is, and if a coach or somebody that you've taken a lesson from has told you to do that, then ignore me completely. But continuing on, you can see, like I said, that this left hip over here doesn't really break through this line like a lot of other players do. But I think that's because she sways so far away from it in the backswing. But continuing on, head does go backwards, which is good, and gets behind that golf ball. Once again, very balanced finish and follow through right up on that left leg. All her weight is right up, stacked right on top of that, and then just beautiful, beautiful finish. Once again, guys, she is not just a pretty face. She can definitely play the game. Very impressed with the golf swing. She's doing a Break 80 series once again on her channel. Be sure to go check that out because it's going to be no time before she's breaking 80. Until next time, we'll catch you on the next video.